So let us check whether you can apply what you have learned so far or not. Let us take this question here. If the 6th and 11th term of an AP are 17 and 32 respectively, find the 20th term. Now the 6th term is given. Let us take A as my first term and D as the common difference, right? So what will be the 6th term? 6th term will be A plus 5D, right? Because we have learned already that nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D, right? So if I need to talk about 6th term, I just need to replace n with 6 and it will be A plus 5D, right? So 6th term is A plus 5D and it is equal to 17, right? And what about 11th term? It is A plus 10D and it is given equal to 32, and we need to find its 20th term. We need to find its 20th term, that is A plus 19D. So to find 20th term, I just need A and D, and I'll put value of A and D in A plus 19D and obtain the answer, right? And what is the given information? It is the given information. First equation is this, second is this one, right? Because it was given that 6th term is 17, 11th term is 32. Now using these two equations, I can easily find A and D. So let me first of all subtract second equation minus first equation. That is second minus 1. So A minus A will get cancelled, right? And 10D minus 5D will give me 5D. And 32 minus 17 will give me 15. So D is equal to 3. I have obtained D now, and how will I get A? I'll put D equal to 3 in any of these equations. So let me put it in equation number 1. If I put D equal to 3 in equation number 1, I'll get A plus 5 into D equal to 17. Hence, A is equal to 2. 17 minus this 15 is 2. Right? So A is 2 and D is 3. So what can I say about the 20th term? 20th term will be A, that is 2, plus 19 into D, which is 3. So it is equal to 57 plus 2, 59. So the 20th term of an AP, of which 6th and 11th terms are 17 and 32 respectively, is 59. Okay, let me take some more questions to explain the concept that we have learned so far. In an AP, if pth term, that is denoted by T subscript this P, pth term is Q and qth term is P, then find the rth term. Okay, when I say pth term, I mean A plus P minus 1 into D, where A and D are first term and common difference, and it is given equal to Q. So let it be my first equation. The second information is that the qth term is P. So I can write A plus Q minus 1 into D is equal to P, and let it be my equation number 2. I need to find the rth term. Let me denote it by T subscript R. So I need to find A plus R minus 1 into D. Right? This is what I need to find out. So to find out this rth term, I need A and I need D. Okay, which I need to calculate from these two equations. So let us use these two equations. Okay, let us subtract first. When I subtract, these signs will be changed, right? This A will get cancelled, right? And here I'll have P minus 1 into D minus Q minus 1 into D, right? So what will I have? If you can notice, this minus 1 and this minus 1, this minus D will be taken care of. All I'll be left with is P minus Q into D. If you cannot observe directly, what you can do is you can open these brackets and write it like this: P into D minus d minus q into d, and this minus minus will become plus, and this is d will be equal to q minus p. Now you see this d will get cancelled, and here if I take d outside, I'll have p minus q, and it is equal to q minus p. So what will be d? D will be equal to q minus p divided by p minus q, which is equal to negative 1. So I have obtained common difference, which is negative 1. Now I'll put value of d in any of these two equations and find value of a. So let me put it in equation number 1. If I put d equal to negative 1 in equation 1, I'll get a. Now I'm putting d equal to minus 1. So I'm changing the sign here itself, p minus 1, and it will be equal to q. If you are confused how I obtained this step, you just need to replace this d with negative 1 here, right? And I've taken this negative here, all right? So a minus p minus 1 is equal to q, which can further be written as a minus p plus 1 is equal to q. Then what will be a? A will be equal to q plus p minus 1. Now this is my first term and this is my common difference. So what will be my rth term? Rth term, that is tr, is nothing but a plus r minus 1 into d, right? So let me replace value of a and d here. A is q plus p minus 1 plus r minus 1, and d is negative 1. So let me open it. Q plus p minus 1. This r into minus 1 will become minus r. This minus and minus will become plus. So it will be plus 1. This 1 will get cancelled. So the rth term will be q plus p minus r, or you can say p plus q minus r. Right? Now this can be memorized as a formula also, that if in an AP pth term is q and qth term is p, then the rth term will be p plus q minus r, right? If pth term of an AP is q, qth term of that AP is p, then rth term of that AP will be p plus q minus r. All right, let me take one more question. Before that, let me clear this board. If pth, qth, rth term of an AP are respectively a, b and c, then prove that this expression on the left hand side is equal to 0. Now let me process the information first. Pth term is a, so I can say a plus p minus 1 into d is equal to a. Now I cannot take my first term as a in this question because a, b and c letters are already used here. So let me use first term as capital A and common difference as, let us say, capital D. So first term a plus p minus 1 into d is equal to a. First term plus q minus 1 into common difference is equal to b, because qth term is b, and rth term, that is a plus r minus 1 into d, is given as c. Now this is the information that is given to me, and I need to find value of this expression here, right? Now if you notice, in this bracket q minus r is written, and how can I obtain value of q minus r using these equations? If I subtract, let us say, this equation from this one, I'll have an expression in q minus r. So let me do it. When I subtract, let me name these 1, 2, 3. If I do this subtraction, second minus third, a will get cancelled, right? And I'll have q minus r into d on the left hand side, q minus r into d on the left hand side, and on the right hand side I'll have b minus c, right? So this will give me q minus r equal to b minus c divided by capital D, right? If some of the students don't understand how I obtained this, you do this subtraction in detail and you will arrive at the same result, that q minus r will be equal to b minus c by this capital D, which is common difference. Now if I have to obtain r minus p, what will I do? I will do third minus first, right? So a will again get cancelled, and this minus this expression will give me r minus p into capital D, and on the right hand side I'll have c minus a, and which will give me r minus p equal to c minus a divided by capital D. And to obtain p minus q, I will do this subtraction, 1 minus 2, right? Because p is here, q is in this expression, so 1 minus 2, a will again get cancelled, and this expression minus this expression will give me p minus q into capital D, and on the right hand side I'll have a minus b. So p minus q will be a minus b divided by D. I am doing it in detail just to make you understand. Otherwise, once you notice this, you can directly write these expressions, right, based on the pattern. Now if you put these values of r minus p, p minus q, and q minus r here on the left hand side, what is the expression that you will have? You will have, let me write it here itself in another color. So you will have a into q minus r, that is a into, what is q minus r? It is b minus c divided by D. So b minus c divided by D, right? This will be my first term. What will be my second term? It will be b into r minus p, which is c minus a by D. So it will be c minus a, and it is divided by D, plus the third term here is c into p minus q. So let me write it like this, c into p minus q, a minus b by D. So now this is my left hand side expression, this expression, right? Some of the students might have observed by now that the numerators are in a cyclic pattern and everything will get cancelled in the numerator. Now this left hand side can again be written as AB minus AC, because D is the denominator, common denominator. So let me write it as my LCM. Okay, so AB minus AC plus BC minus BA plus CA minus CB. AB, BC, CA, CA. These will get cancelled, so the numerator becomes 0, and it is 0, which is the required right hand side. So I have just proved that if pth, qth, and rth term of an AP are respectively a, b, and c, then this expression is equal to 0. All right. I hope these questions are clear to you, and the concept of general term and the concepts that we learned till now are clear to you. Okay.